Hey guys, this is John at Perfect Vocals Academy. As you can see, no more long beard, needed a change. So this is me, this is what my face looks like. And this next video is going to be about using Melodyne and then running it into Autotune. Some guys just use Melodyne, some guys just use Autotune. I like to use both. I like to overachieve. And the Melodyne does the heavy lifting, the Autotune gives you the clean and pristine radio sound that you desire. Before we get into this, click subscribe to my YouTube channel, and yeah, let's get to it. Hey guys, how are you today? I'm doing pretty well myself. Weather in Ohio is getting way better, thankfully. So maybe I need to spend more time outside of the studio. Let's jump into this right now, and this is like my biggest, I'm showing you one of my biggest tricks. I mean, some people might know this trick and some people probably use it all the time, but when I started doing this, it was a real game changer. So this is about using Melodyne first and Autotune in auto mode second. Okay. A lot of people use Autotune in the studio, even in the final mix, and you know, the thing is like you have to be really close with Autotune. You have to be very on point as a singer. You have to be very, very close with pitch for it to work out. So 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out with just Autotune. So that's why I like to do the heavy lifting with Melodyne. So I may have talked about this in some talking videos on Instagram in the past, but I want to show you, how it works. So this is, we're just going to be doing this small little clip together, but this here, you can hear without Melodyne. You can hear how Autotune's grabbing certain notes and it just doesn't sound very pleasing. It's grabbing the wrong, it's shifting the note to the wrong note. So what we're going to do is, and I'll show you what, because I Melodyne this already, but we're going to do it together, so I'm going to erase it. So that was, after I Melodyned it. So let's get rid of what we have and do it together. Okay, so first of all, I like to zoom in pretty good, like that. And it's clear as day. It's jumping up here, and that's what's making Autotune jump. So this is where we get surgical. I use the separate tool here, cut there, use the grabber. It's that simple. But we're gonna do more than that, but so these little connectors, when that turns to an X like that, you can smooth it out like this. Maybe not a huge difference, but in certain scenarios that actually makes a big difference. Okay, next part. I'm kind of just separating where like my common sense tells me to, you know. Then do this again. Now, the reason I like to do Autotune after this instead of just Melodyning, some guys like to just Melodyne, because it just makes life easier, really. I mean, unless you're going for a very natural sounding, like organic vocal, if you're doing anything that needs to sound really clean and pop or R&B, or Autotune gives it that nice clean pitch. As you could see with Melodyne, it's keeping all of the little waver in the voice, sometimes vibratos can be good and you want to back off on Autotune, but a lot of times it just makes it sound shaky, makes it sound not as clean, makes a singer not sound as good. We can take off Autotune, I'll show you. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad, it just sounds more like average. It doesn't sound like this. That just sounds straight and clean and like we're used to hearing on the radio. So you want to make sure these raises, like a lot of times singers will kind of step up to a note. Yeah, so make sure the steps are in tune as well. Another tool I like is the pitch drift tool. Now this just kind of takes the line and straightens it some. Like, it doesn't straighten the characteristic like Autotune. It just kind of, I think tilt is more the word. It tilts it. So click and drag. See, now that kept all the, naturalness, I guess, going on. But I mean, I probably couldn't really hear the difference anyway because we have Autotune on, probably fixing that. So clicking and holding lets you hear the note. Obviously, if you've heard me doing that. Oh, okay, here we go. So obviously we know the note. It's supposed to be on D flat right there. So I'm separating again with my common sense here, what I think, where it needs to be separated. And then I like to, do this again. So obviously with this, less is more, I'm only finding the parts that are making Autotune trip out. And it's really doing it. It's really doing the trick. Pitch drift again, just to kind of get that a little better. And, if you want to add some, I think I did this in the original, you can kind of change the melody a little bit. I like to do stuff like that, if I feel like the melody could use a little bit of, more character, more, just something that can improve it. And with Melodyne, that makes it very easy to kind of change melodies up, opposed to Autotune in graphic mode. That can sound a little unnatural when you try to change up the melodies. But Melodyne's perfect for that. Yeah, let me open Autotune, kind of show you the settings we're going for. You want to set the key. If you don't know how to find the key, you know, Autotune makes the auto key plugin that works most of the time. Once in a while it's finding the wrong key, and it's strange, but it usually works. If you know how to find the key, then, you know, pull out a keyboard and find the key, set the key, input type. I've noticed that doesn't matter too much. I've had it on like low male with a singer before. It doesn't really do much, but you can just set it just to make yourself feel better, I guess. And retune speed. This new Autotune Pro is really good. It's very flexible. Older Autotunes. Oh, just change that. Older Autotunes, you kind of had to have it a faster speed, or else you felt like it wasn't doing anything. But not this. You can do like a retune speed of 40, and it's pretty tight tuning. Sometimes 20 and 10 and all that can start to get into the, you know, hard Autotune, and you might not be going for that. In this case, we weren't really going for that. It's just going for a nice clean tune. So retune speed 40. Flex tune, I don't 100% like that for singers. Maybe for rappers, that's like kind of rapping and singing, going back and forth. What that does is it makes it to where it can be off pitch a little bit in spots, and, you know, that's just not usually something that I want. So Humanize is at 0. The way Humanize works is if a singer's holding a note out, it kind of lets off the gas, and it stops tuning and lets it kind of drop and do its thing. So again, not something I really want. Natural vibrato, I'll have to do a whole nother tutorial on that. There's a lot involved with that. But yeah, so that's Autotune. Pretty simple. If you go to draw in Autotune, you go to graph, but we're not doing that in this tutorial. And let's hear before. A big difference, and it doesn't sound too auto-tuned. It sounds, you know, very natural and good. So yeah, so that's it, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I would appreciate that a lot. Please share this video if you feel compelled to. Have a good one.